What is needed when you first start in the nail industry? This is so important. Can't wait to get to it right now on the Biz Talk. Oh, Tracey, there's a lot of things that I need before I start my day. I know we're going to talk about what's needed in the nail industry, but before I start my day, there's a few things that I need. And one of them is coffee, of course. We all know that. And the other one is just a little peace and quiet when I walk in the door. And this morning, I felt like when I came in, you had this I forgot what you said. You just jumped out of your seat.
I did not jump out of my seat.
You kind of did a little pop, oh my God, you said, I forgot what you said, but.
I wanted to play your song when you walked in. And I was bummed because you surprised me. I didn't see you pull up.
Oh, I was going to make fun of you right now, but then you just, you wanted.
Your song that you made that I liked.
You liked it. I made another, so for Twitch, we have this little, when somebody follows us, a little GIF comes up, I think it's me with a coffee cup. Mm-hmm. Ramon grabbed our GIF from the one that we have on Instagram. And then I made a little follow song that's going to play when we do it. And so I sent it to Tracey and Ramon and Caesar. And she complimented me. And so don't compliment me, Trace. I want to we need to you know what I'm saying? I want to I was going to rip on you a little bit, but now I can't. It's very nice of you. Thank you. Welcome. I forgot what don't welcome so nicely and cheerfully and calmly. What's going on here?
Welcome.
You're unusually calm. Let's stir this up a little bit.
Welcome.
Okay, stop it. I don't like it. So this is a good episode because we're going to get into you just got your license. There's so many different SKUs that you can buy. There's so many different products. Where do you invest your money? And you need to invest your money, obviously. You got to get started with products. What are some absolute essentials, Tracey, in your opinion, that are needed? Absolute, you would say no arguing with me here, which is not possible, but
that's not possible. Patience and education.
Oh my goodness. Look at this. Got a little, Tracey's on today. Got a little patience, little education.
Welcome.
Okay. Obviously very, very true. Education probably being, top, right? Yeah. You that never stops.
No, it doesn't.
Ever.
But a little planning has to go into it. So basically, what's your budget? What can you afford? If it's a smaller budget, okay, maybe I can't get into gel and acrylic right off the gate. What's more popular in my area? What's going to bring me more business? Looking to bring on gel as soon as possible. Dude.
I know.
There's so much stuff nail tech has. We have more than hairdressers, makeup artists. We have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
So, okay. I like that direction of understanding. You got to get an understanding of your market, right? Mm-hmm. And that will help kind of drive your purchasing.
Yeah.
Patience is a good one. You need patience.
So much patience.
Yeah, invest in that. There's no question. When let's say you do how about this? Let's start with this. Regardless of gel and acrylic, in that market, let's say you're going to do enhancements, right? I feel like we're an enhancement company. So let's talk about enhancements. Regardless if it's gel or acrylic, what are some of those essentials that you really would recommend somebody
I think if I was to sit down now and with someone or myself, I'm straight out of school, two things I would buy. I would buy the Pro Gel kit. I would buy the Pro Acrylic kit. Super easy way of getting into acrylic and gel at a very reasonable price. It's $105 basically. It's $250 worth of product. You have everything set to go to start doing those services minus a light.
Right.
Now you need a gel light. You can get yourself a good gel light. Now I recommend 2 lights, but I could not afford that when I first started. So and the reason I recommend it is you're not having to cross over or switch it out in and in or working over the top of it.
Time.
So necessity, 1 light. A want, necessity, I kind of put it in the middle, like it's the next level of stuff that I recommend getting, would be second light.
Okay.
Electric file, I know that is an expensive thing, but if I don't want you learning a habit and then trying to retrain yourself, and going from hand filing everything into an electric file, it's a hard transition. I did it. So I would really, if you can at all possible way, get an electric file right out of the gate, please do.
So, okay. So you electric file, a light, 2 if you're able to. And I get that. I always, it's so funny. I always watch you guys when you're curing, if you're doing, especially when we used to do the real-time videos, like the 2 light thing is, sometimes we wouldn't have the 2, if I remember.
Yeah, Greg, would take it from my desk and I would freak out, right?
I know.
Like, where's the second light?
Where's the second light?
Yeah.
I remember, because like just going in or having to maneuver and cross over is it's a pain.
Yeah.
But obviously, if you can't afford it, totally understand.
I started with 1.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. The e-file too, I really like that. I heard something this morning on a podcast about just bad habits. How difficult it is to teach somebody that already has bad habits to get into good habits versus somebody that knows nothing as a beginner,
It's so true. I will tell you, because we do the OWC 1-week course, and when someone comes in and apologizes, they're like, I am just straight out of school. I'm so sorry. Melissa and I are like, oh, bless you. Yes. Because you are going to be so much easier than this person right here that's been doing it for 20 years. They're going to give me grief the whole time. That's not how I do it.
Yeah.
That's not... I'm fighting their habits the whole time.
Right. That's a real thing. So if you are starting out, like if you're able to get the e-file, start working on it, now from the beginning. And learning those good fundamentals and habits, right?
And then we have all these extra things as techs that we think we have to have 200 different glitters and colored acrylics. Get yourself basics. Get yourself 12 glitters. Get yourself 12 different colored acrylics. You have a color combination that's pretty unlimited just with that. Add as you go. Get some basic essential ones that people are going to love, and same with gel polishes. You don't need 60 gel polishes when you're first starting out.
Yeah.
Get your nudes, get your reds, get your a couple fun colors, some bright colors, and then slowly add to it. You do not need everything right out of the gate.
Dude, I get it though, right? Like, I'm a beginner in jiu-jitsu. I've been training like very early.
Yeah.
But you know what I love doing?
What?
I love buying gear.
Oh, Lord.
I love buying the gear.
How much gear do you have?
Dude, I have like so much, like all the shirts and like the compression this and the like, okay, what's going to help me? What's going to help me is going to the gym.
Practicing.
And actually practicing is what's going to help me.
This makes me fight better.
Dude, it puts in a new like ray through my body and gives me Superman vibes. I don't know why I'm doing this.
Why are you talking about like that?
Sound like the guy from Silence of the Lambs.
Ooh.
The dude that's in, anyway.
Clarice.
Yeah. not actually him, the guy that kidnapped the girl. Put the lotion in the basket. Put the lotion on the skin.
Spiraling.
Yeah, I know. We're getting out of control here. So ridiculous. But like I can easily get carried away with gear. And you're talking glitter?
Yeah.
Dude, like of course, if you're a new, in sparkle and nails is like that's it, right? Everybody wants their nails to shine and sparkle. So as a new nail tech, I could see you going, yo, I'm going to get all these glitters and just getting crazy.
Going crazy and not use most of them at first. So.
Right.
And it's cool. If you can afford it, go for it.
Totally.
However, if you're going to buy 200 glitters and forego that second gel light.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
There's wants, there's needs, there's wants, and then there's need wants that's in the middle.
Yeah, so I like how you're kind of organizing. It's like e-file, 2 lights, get a pro our acrylic kits as an example. Yeah. They literally have everything. Get a pro acrylic kit, get a pro gel kit. that's going to get you
fundamentals.
Yeah, all the fundamentals to start doing nails. You can buy a few glitters on the outside, but the big thing is really like the practicing. Let me ask you this, Trace. What about to store the products, organizing as far as like a station, a desk? Like what do you recommend there?
It just depends if you're going in somewhere that has it or if you,
I see.
Yeah. But
well, let's say you have to get it yourself.
IKEA.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. IKEA is amazing. You can make your setup look awesome. And they have tables that are the right width. And these
And what width would you recommend?
So for me, 18 to 22 inches.
Okay. That way you're not.
Yeah. You go 23 at the very max. I don't like working off 23. I'm short. But anything past that, you're like, oh, but it's a cute table. And you kind of sit down at it at the store. And you're like, oh, this will work. You're going to be reaching over it the whole time and it's going to hurt your back.
Yeah.
Find the right size desk. 18 to 22 inches is perfect.
Is a good sign, and plenty of room to work and plenty of room for the client. Okay, what about chairs also? So I like that, like 18 to 22 as far as a width for a table. What about chairs?
So we kind of just talked about this.
Yeah, we did.
You're going to be at the station for a long time. Now, maybe if you're first starting out, you can't afford, these chairs that cost like $150. You may have to go a little cheaper, but as soon as possible, get yourself something that fits your body, that's going to give you all the support, because as you build your clientele, you're going to be in that chair more and more and more. Invest in a good chair.
Yeah. You want to talk about lengthening your career? We just did a podcast on this, and a good chair, one that is meant, to keep your support, to keep your posture, is going to be really important, because you are in there a long time. And as you build, and that's why it is one of those things that a good chair might be able to come later, because you're not sitting it all day when you first started out. So maybe you go a little cheaper on the chair and get that second gel light. Yeah.
But as soon as possible, get yourself a good chair, because as you start sitting in it more.
What about, I see this a lot on a wine community, people talking about, fumes or dust and like, is that something that in the beginning would you recommend, like, just to control a little bit of, dust probably smells a little harder, I would say.
Yeah.
Just because, to get a full, like a real ventilation system, you can probably get some other things to help minimize it, but let's talk dust.
Well, typically a lot of the salons already have something set up, especially for when it comes to ventilation.
Right.
So that's not usually one of your problems. Now, dust can be. You're not going to like my response to this, because I'm very noise sensitive.
Okay.
I hate the sounds of dust collectors, even the quiet ones.
That buzzing, whatever.
I just can't handle it. I never.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've never used a dust collector.
Okay.
I've put one in my station. It wasn't very good. It was when they first started coming out. And they were horrible. It just became a big trash can. I just kind of slide all the dust into it at the end of the day. But especially now we're all wearing masks, so that's going to help. If don't be me, get used to the dust collector noise. That's going to, take care of your health. So that's a wise investment. Again, that might come a little bit later, because if you're not doing a ton of clients, you're not creating a lot of dust.
Right. So I like, I think essential mask, like, I don't think you need, if you're going to do some services, you got to wear a mask, especially obviously now. But
because I never did.
I know. Well, back in the day, it was just like, everything was different, right? Well, it's always different.
I have to say, when I was doing nails, because it was different, it was before all this.
Right.
Wearing a mask in the salon was kind of associated with a salon that you wouldn't want to go to, that they had MMA.
Really?
Yeah. At least where I was from. Like, it was like, oh, they're wearing masks. It must not be good product.
Oh, is that because like the smell is so sharp and like you got to wear a mask too? That's interesting.
So it was kind of like, were kind of looked down on. If you were wearing a mask. You must be using chemicals that aren't good for you.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's total flip now.
Today, that's not the case, right?
Yeah.
You walk in and they're not wearing masks. You're like, get out.
Get your mask on.
Get your mask on, I think, I think it's a good, like, controlling dust, controlling like gloves, mask, safety. Those are just, you should start doing that now. And then, dust collector again. Yeah. Yes. Later.
Well, and what I like what you're saying, do it out of the gate.
Yeah.
For you beginners, do it out of the gate. Because again, it's hard to, it's so hard to switch a habit. I tried to start wearing gloves. I hated it because I didn't do it from
the beginning.
I didn't wear a mask from the beginning, so I couldn't handle doing it. So electric file, just force yourself to do it, and then it'll be when you're jamming and you have a full clientele, you won't even think about it.
It's weird if I do like acrylic, I've always put gloves on from, I don't do a lot of it, but just as a beginner, you guys show me stuff and I play with it. I've always worn gloves, and I don't feel like it's any, because I don't know any other way.
Yeah.
Right. Like as a beginner, it's like, oh, I just put gloves on and it feels fine to me. As a matter of fact, if I don't wear gloves, it's like, it feels too naked.
You don't like the
I don't feel
of,
protected.
Yeah.
Like I want my hands to be protected. Where I think a mask is a great way. Eventually, if you're not sensitive, I didn't know that. That's so interesting. I'm going to put dust extractors on every single day when Tracey walks in.
That's great, because he'll be doing my nails, and because he insists on using the dust collector, which is great. But as soon as he's done with I'm like, could you turn it off?
That's crazy. Yeah. It's one of those, you're just super sensitive to it. Good to know. Thank you, Tracey.
I'm going to hear him and be like, where is that noise?
Well, let us know in the comments below if there's any essentials you think we missed, for getting started. I think we hit the real important ones, and but we'd love to know what your take is on the matter. Tracey, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you next time on the Biz Talk.